My Reholder order is finally back from CGC. I sent in a variety of 9.5s and Pristine 10s from different games like Union Arena, Marvel, and Pokemon. Let's take a look at some cards. In case you're curious, for this order, they received them on July 20th and they shipped them back on July 28th, only about a week turnaround time. I do have some other orders out right now that are closer to 3 to 4 week for a turnaround time, so just make sure you're expecting that 30-day turnaround time that they have advertised. But let's start with Union Arena. So Union Arena is a card game that I've been opening more of recently. I just opened a bunch of My Hero Academia Union Arena that I actually sent off a bunch of cards to CGC for grading. Hopefully those will be back soon. I opened a Jujutsu Kaisen and a Hunter x Hunter box just to kind of experience it. And I actually really like the artworks and everything. They've got some amazing animes that they are partnered with. I don't know, Union Arena is kind of coming out of left field. No one's really talking about it yet, but I feel like the artworks and everything on the cards are super cool. So this is a Satoru Gojo. This is a super rare, not the highest rarity in the set, not even close, but a really cool looking card. And this one we reholdered from the 9.5 to the 10 grade. Next up, as I mentioned, I did open a Hunter x Hunter box. So we have a Killua Zolde, went from a 9.5 to a 10, another super rare. So not a crazy high rarity card, but very cool. Probably my favorite character in Hunter x Hunter, one of my favorite characters for sure. And the main character from Hunter x Hunter, we've got Gon Freaks. This one originally got the Pristine 10, and so we upgraded to the brand new embossed gold label Pristine 10. Absolutely beautiful, premium feeling label from CGC. I love these labels. They just look so good with the cards. But yeah, we got a nice Gon Freaks super rare. I just think the artworks on Union Arena are so cool. I'm super excited to get my Hero cards back from CGC as well. Next up, we have some Marvel cards. These are actually some vintage Marvel cards from the early 1990s, late 1980s. I think they're early 1990s. We have the Web Slinger. These are from the McFarlane Trading Cards series sets. I was buying these when they were fairly cheap, and I've sold some pretty high value cards. I think that they're probably coming down though as more people grade them, but this one we got a Gem Mint 10. This series was from Comic Images. A lot of times they can be pretty off center. This one is a little off center, but still was able to snag the 10 from the 9.5 that it was graded. Same here with this Captain America. I really like this artwork because all of the cards actually include Spider-Man as well. So we've got Captain America with Spider-Man. This one went from the 9.5 to the 10. The next three cards are actually all Pop 1 with CGC. I haven't checked the PSA population report, but these are all Pop 1 with CGC, and they're all Pristine 10s. We have the McFarlane Series 2 Pristine 10 Spider-Man number 1. Again, this is a Pop 1. Only one of these out of, I think, maybe like 20 graded, somewhere around there. Next up, we have the Spider-Man from the same set, Series 2, Pristine 10. Again, this is a Pop 1. Very cool artworks. Really like McFarlane's take on Spider-Man. Just really awesome looking card. This is one of my favorites personally. Again, another Pop 1. This is a Snicked Wolverine. You can see the Hulk in the reflections of his claws. Again, from McFarlane Trading Card Series 1, Pristine 10. And this is, once again, a Pop 1 in this Pristine grade. One thing I want to mention before we get into the Pokemon. A lot of people want basically an asterisk or something in the Pop report that says that it is a 9.5 graded card that has been upgraded to a 10. Because they believe that a 9.5 to a 10 in this case is an upgrade. But in my opinion, it's really not. The number gets bigger, so in that case, it is an upgrade. But I think the grade of an actual card is more associated to the actual condition description. So whether a card is Near Mint Plus or Gem Mint or Pristine or Black Label, the condition description is the thing that seems to actually matter, and then the number is associated with that description. So Gem Mint 9.5s before are still Gem Mint condition cards, and now they've decided to change their Gem Mint 9.5 into a Gem Mint 10. And all the other grading card companies have a Gem Mint 10, or at least PSA does, which is the most popular one when it comes to Pokemon. The Gem Mint-ness of the card, the Gem Mint description, seems to be more correlated with the actual condition than the actual number. The number is just what is associated to that condition description. That's how I've kind of thought about it now going forward, is like, yeah, the condition description is what matters the most, whether or not a card is Gem Mint, and then whatever number is associated is kind of arbitrary per grading company. I've been thinking about that recently, and I feel like that is the conclusion that I've come to on this particular change, and that particular request seemed a little not necessary. Last but not least, let's get into some Pokemon. This is one that was actually in my personal collection that I've had for a while that I'll probably end up selling here shortly. It is the Play Promo Mew. Absolutely gorgeous card. One of the better Mew artworks in my opinion. This was a 9.5, now it is a Gem Mint 10. And just absolutely beautiful. I actually bought two at the time in which I purchased these cards, sold one of them, and this one was basically I'm in for like zero money. So that's pretty awesome. Next up were some 9.5s that I got out of a collection buy. This is one, the Typhlosion, famously in English it is the T17. A bit easier to grade, I think, in Japanese. This is the incorrect damage version. I think this one is more available than the corrected version. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that that's the case. But yeah, we have the incorrect damage holo in a Gem Mint 10 Typhlosion from Neo Gold Silver to a New World. Next up, we have Fossil Gengar. So Gengar, one of the more popular Pokemon out there. And this was a 9.5 that I just had to get in a 10 label, in that new 10 label. So not my favorite Gengar card. Weird kind of CGI artwork. There's a lot better Gengar cards out there, but it's just a super iconic card coming from Wizards of the Coast and a pretty decently valuable card in a 10. Last but not least, this one's super cool. I wish I still had the Zapdos in the 9.5, but that one did end up selling. But we have the Moltres from the Quick Starter gift set. Really cool artwork here of Moltres. Quick Starter gift sets are very interesting. This is from the green deck. Not even really sure how they were distributed or what they look like sealed or anything, but I bought a collection that was like one of the more complete binders of Japanese holos I have seen in a while, and I purchased a collection that came with minty Quick Starter gift set Pokemon. Now I did have the Articuno, I think got an 8, that was the lowest one, and then the Zapdos and the Moltres both got 9.5s, but I was happy when I saw that they were making this change and the Moltres hadn't sold yet, so I sent it in for a $5 reholder, and now we have a Gem Mint, not 9.5, Gem Mint 10. If you guys want to see my first ever CGC return with the brand new labels, make sure to check out this video that I got of a return a few weeks ago. That includes a bunch of 151 cards and a bunch of Pristine 10s.